Hello everyone, I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm Leatherneck and welcome to my channel, Leatherneck IT. Today we're going to do another test out lab. It's not a short lab in comparison to what we've been doing because it is an accumulation of everything that we've learned so far in Hyper-V. We're going to be creating a hard disk, a virtual machine, a virtual switch to a network adapter, and adjusting the dynamic memory. This is lab 12.4.7, prepare a production virtual machine. And you'll notice when you read through, make sure you read through all of the tasks first, because it says select a format that allows for maximum backwards compatibility. Well, configure the disk for best performance. Well, it's kind of giving you a heads up in the name VHD, so you're going to be selecting a VHD. So let's just get into it and get started, and we'll walk you through this whole process. Let's open up our Hyper-V manager, and the first thing we're going to do is set up this parent hard disk. Okay, that's basically what we're doing. It's not a child. I guess they didn't want to test you on that. But anyway, let's go to new. And if you've been following along in these videos, you should know how to set up a virtual hard disk. The tricky part is, it's saying select a format allows for backward compatibility. Configure the disk for the best performance. Okay, well, we know that's going to be a VHD just because of the name that it's wanting to give you. If you didn't know that part, select a format allows backward compatibility. There you go. Next. And for best performance, we're going to go with the fixed size. If you'll remember, dynamically expanding, it uses memory as it's needed, which kind of puts an additional work onto the CPU, to whereas if you have a fixed size, you'll get a better performance. So click next. We're going to name this Corp DC VHD. We'll highlight that and just paste it in. It is going to the correct location. Next. And we're going to give this 500 gigabytes. Next, and finished. Now we should have test 1 done. It's okay to go ahead and check your answers along the way. We're good to go there. You can select keep working. So create a virtual machine using the Corp DC as the name. Save the virtual machine there. It's a generation 1, 2040 megabytes, and we're going to use dynamic memory on this virtual machine. Use the existing Corp D virtual hard drive, and do not install the system. So let's create a virtual machine. New virtual machine, and next. This virtual machine's name is going to be Corp DC. It's already pointing to the correct location. Next, and it's going to be a generation 1. So we're there. We are going to use 2048 megabytes, and we are using dynamic memory for the virtual machine itself. Next, we're going to leave the virtual adapter not connected. It says remain disconnected for now. So, and on the next step, we don't want to create a new hard disk. We want to use the Corp DC.VHD hard disk that we just created. So let's go browse for that. It should take us directly to the folder, but if it doesn't, you're going to go back into the D where your location was at, where you stored all this at, and that's the D Hyper-V virtual hard disk folder, which, as you can see, that's where we're at. Double click on that file, select next, and finish. So we have completed the virtual machine setup. We should be good. there. Okay, we'll keep working. We got more to do. So next we're going to create an internal virtual switch using test network as the name. Okay, so to get to there, you're going to right click and go to virtual switch manager. You're going to select internal because that's what it's wanting, an internal, and select create switch. We're going to give this switch the name of test network. The network should not be able to. Okay, we are on internal, and okay. All right, so now we need to add a legacy network adapter to the virtual machine. So in order to do that, we need to go into the settings of our virtual machine. On add hardware, select the legacy and add. Okay, now it's saying that we want to configure the adapter to use the network that I just created, and that is the test network. We don't need to do anything else in here. It does not ask for that. Configure a virtual machine to boot from the network. So in order to do that, the next step is going to your BIOS, click on the network legacy adapter and move it up to first in the order, so it's going to boot from that in the very beginning, which is the requirement of this task, and select OK. We should be good with that task. As you can see, we've met all the requirements. Keep working. So next, we need to configure dynamic memory settings. This was also covered in a previous video, but we're going to go back into our virtual machine settings. We're going to go to memory, and right here is where we're going to make these changes. So 512 on the minimum in megabytes, and 4096 for the maximum in megabytes, and we're going to set the memory buffer to 30%, and OK. So it looks like we have met all the requirements. We'll do one final check. We should be batting 1,000 on this, and there you have it. Not so simple, kind of simple, but a little bit more lengthy than what you're used to doing at this point. So I hope this video helped you out with this lab. If it did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you can be notified when I dump my next videos. Okay, y'all have a great day.